I frowned. I'd clipped it on him just this morning before I left for work. He never took it off. "Did it fall off outside, buddy?" I asked, reaching to pet him. But he flinched at my touch, shrinking away from me like I was a stranger. That wasn't like Max, not the Max I knew. The hours ticked by. I couldn't shake the unease creeping over me. Every time I glanced at him, he was already staring at me. Not his usual loving gaze, but something colder, more calculating. His eyes, normally full of warmth, seemed empty, like they belonged to something else entirely. Then came the barking. It echoed from the yard, loud and desperate, a sound I recognized instantly. It was Max, or at least it sounded exactly like him. But that couldn't be possible. Max was here, right here in the house. Heart pounding, I crept to the window and peeked outside. My breath caught in my throat. There in the yard was Max, the real Max. His tail wagged weakly as he let out another pitiful whimper. His eyes locked on the house. He looked cold and scared, but alive. Alive and real. I turned back to the dog in my living room, my chest tightening. He was still staring at me, but now he was smiling. Not a dog's smile, a grotesque, impossible grin that stretched wider and wider. His jaw cracking as if unhinged. His limbs began to lengthen, twisting and contorting until he stood on two distorted legs towering over me. "Why'd you let me in?" It hissed, the voice no longer belonging to anything earthly. It was deep, guttural, and filled with malice. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. The thing that stood before me wasn't Max. It never had been.